How have those travels affected sort of your own Jewish identity?
One thing I've learned is how disconnected my generation is from all things Yiddishkeit. And it really upsets me. And that's why I say it's kind of become my mission. It's really opened up my eyes. It's made me more connected. I'm the kind of person that I really have to see things and feel things. I can't just read it from a book. That's why going to genealogy classes never did anything for me. I have to be there. I have to go and see it and feel it for myself. And I think it's just made me much more aware and knowledgeable. I've read tons of books about the Holocaust, and in addition to traveling to Eastern Europe, I've also, of course, I've been to Prague, Czechoslovakia, and Budapest, Hungary, and I went to the Ukraine a couple of years ago. That was just an unbelievable trip. I traveled with the U.S. Holocaust Museum, and then this past year I went back to Poland for the 4th time. It makes me understand what they went through. There's a survivor who lives in West Palm Beach who I've adopted as my dad, and he's adopted me as his daughter. His name is Joe Gleitman, and I went to visit his town in Slavkov. It's not on the map. It's on the map, but there are no Jews there. And when I asked the Holocaust Museum if they had any kind of information about it, they didn't, because there were very few survivors. So I went to Joe's town. It was so meaningful to him for me to go there. I even took a picture of the house that he used to live in. He has a picture from before the war of him and his parents and his grandmother all wearing shaitels. And I showed him, I said, Joe, I was at your house. He said, are there any Jews there? I said, no. I said, it was filled with little cars, all kinds of cars, because at the time he was there, it was all dirt road. He said, cars? There was never a car in Slavkov. And I saw where the synagogue used to be, and I took all kinds of pictures for him, the cemetery. And I said, Joe, why don't you go back there? Why don't you see it? There's a memorial, of course, where they murdered the Jews. And he said, I just don't think I can do that. I said, as long as you're walking, you should go back to see that town. And so when you ask me how I've learned from this and the significance, if I put pleasure, I did the same thing going to Grodno. I think it's spelled Hrodna in Belarus, because I knew a survivor who survived from Grodno, and I visited his town and brought him pictures from, he told me I lived at 11 Jerusalemska. I remembered that. I took a picture, and it became an electric store, like a Radio Shack or something. And I took the pictures to him. He said, Sarah, I don't recognize it. The small synagogue, the large synagogue, the ghetto. He was only 8 years old, 12 years old. He never saw the memorial. But those things to me have so much meaning, that I've been to these towns and I can bring it back to survivors, and I can speak for what it was like, back then. It's special to me. It's just very special. So I hope to do more this year. I haven't decided. My boyfriend's getting a little tired of it. He says, Sarah, can we go maybe to the Caribbean? I said, but there are no Jewish sites there. He says, I know. That's why. Let's go there. Enough with the cemeteries and the, Dachau. And anyway, it's important to be connected.